Hey, good morning guys. We're sitting up here about to wrap up our hunt. I wanted to do a quick little video over when we start using rattling antlers there. These are the ones I'm using this year, but I've used in the past, actual antlers from deer. They both seem to work out pretty good, but these, I really like the actual two antlers, so resembling, two deer with two antlers fighting there. The sounds pretty good. I was kind of worried about that, compared to the regular antlers, but these things worked out good, but even with the older, normal, real antlers, I've harvested some big deer, especially up there in Kansas. So you just kind of figure out your deer. Maybe they're going to react, maybe they're not going to react, but once it comes into time, I like to hit that late pre-rut into the rut time period when those bucks are truly out there seeking cold front mornings and evenings there. What I generally do is I'll rattle every 30 to 45 minutes, and just for a minute, just using the antlers, and then in the mornings, starting about 30 minutes after light, do a couple sequences, kind of see what the deer are doing. If there's a lot of deer moving in there, I've had deer come up within 5 minutes. I've also had some deer, like this morning I rattled for the first time, and I had a small little buck. It took him around 30 minutes to come in, but he was looking, trying to figure out where that is. But as that progresses, you're really going to start seeing how aggressive these bucks are, and really how close that rut really is on the aggressiveness of the deer. But in the mornings, again, you're going to want to do every 30 to 45 minutes. 1 minute sequences there for about the first 2 hours is typically what I do, and in the evening time, pretty much the same concept. So 2 hours prior to the sunset or end of shooting light, then I'll start there. And what I found personally is that last 30 minutes of shooting light in the evening is typically when I've had my most success calling big mature deer in. I think that may just be the timing of the year, but I've called them in from October 31st, Halloween, all the way into mid-November up in Kansas. And it's just what I found personally, that it does work out really well. It is the only call that I will use blind. So what I mean by blind is I personally do not have to see a deer to rattle. Now I will observe all around me before I rattle, just to make sure I'm not missing some buck that's just chilling out right there and just waiting to kind of see it, observing up on the ridge tops. And then that's the other thing, is when you do find a spot, if you're in the wide open, you're really gonna probably need to have some sort of a decoy or something that's gonna say that, hey, there was a deer in here. Because those big mature deer, if they hit that field edge and they don't see a deer, well, they're not coming in. Now up here on these ridge tops or thicker areas, closer to the bedding areas, that's when you can really get away without having a decoy. Not to say you can't use one, but what I found is, back up here in these real thick areas where those deer are coming in and out of, I can pretty much, a deer can hide pretty quick in there, so I can get away with, just rattling, just observing, and then hopefully get the shot off there. So hopefully this helps you guys out in regards to understanding how to rattle, when to rattle, and the strategies in regards to using rattling antlers on field edges as well as up in the thick bedding. So I appreciate you guys liking the video. Like always, hopefully you guys are getting out there in nature. Best luck on your upcoming hunt.